Okay. So we are Disney Done Right, and we are here with our very first ever podcast. It is the first one.
We're your host. I'm Kim Dunn, and this is my husband, Josh Dunn.
And we are here with Rachel. Hey, Rachel.
Hi, Kim and Josh. I am Rachel Hummel. I am co-owner of Magical Travel. We have been in business for 22 years now, and we specialize in Disney and Universal destinations.
22 years. That's a long time.
Impressive.
Yeah.
So you basically grew up in the travel.
Yeah. My mom, Denise, started it in the dining room of an old house that we had. And I grew up with her booking Disney trips, and it was her for a very long time, and she had a piano next to her computer, and she would have all the documents lined up on the piano. And then she started hiring people, so it just kind of took off. But yeah, 22 years she's been doing this for, and I'm lucky enough to be included in it now.
Yeah, I love stories like that, like where it starts off small and then you flash forward 2 decades, and it's one of the, when we were looking at applying places, because for those of you who are listening that don't know, we are 1 month in with Magical Travel, and when we were looking up places, there were top 2 in the industry, and you guys were one of them. And
we love the family atmosphere that you guys have.
I appreciate that. I have 2 other siblings. We're very family oriented. I come from a larger family on my mom's side. My husband is one of 6. There's 17 grandchildren. So, family is a big part of what we do. And, family's first, definitely. So, and, we love just including everyone and having, just a great family, close-knit group of agents.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to find. I think we were trying to find that, but not on like a super small side where there's like 10 agents and
or not like thousands.
Right.
No, I think that's a little too much. Then you just become a number, and I love to know the agents individually and personally. So I think where we're at now, we have 90 agents right now. I don't think we're to go above 100 anytime soon. So
no, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So I guess we want to talk about, what I think is probably the most exciting time to go to Disney, and that's the holiday season. And right now we're kicking off with
spooky season.
That's right. Yeah, she has a nice sign on the fridge right now. Spooky season. So we went to Disney last year for Halloween, and that was our first time in 13 years going to Disney together. That was our first Halloween trip.
Did you do the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party?
Oh, yeah.
We did, yeah.
Yeah. When we go, we have to do, if we're there, you got to be there. You know what I mean? You got to do the stuff.
All in.
Yeah. And that's what I tell people when they ask me about, when they're going and, what they should do, what season you're there for. If you're there for food and wine, go.
Right.
Go get everything you can. If you're going for Halloween, buy the ticket, man. You're already spending thousands of dollars.
Right.
Spend a few hundred more and go to the party.
Of course.
But we had a blast at the Mickey's Not So Scary.
It was awesome, yeah. It's definitely Fall's my favorite, so definitely had to make sure we went there.
Did you have Boo to You stuck in your head for a week after the parade?
The parade was cool.
That's my favorite parade.
Yeah.
I love the Headless Horsemen. I love the shovelers.
All the villains.
Yeah. The costumes. I think
see, for me, when I was going to these parties and stuff, my main focus started off was okay, the crowd's lower, and I'm a ride guy. I don't care about fireworks, where I didn't. I didn't really care about fireworks parades. If there was no line for Space Mountain, I'm over there over and over and over again until the fireworks are done.
Well, it was a different dynamic because it was just the 2 of us, so we're going 2 adults. It's kind of different when you're
I have a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do all this stuff now. All the fireworks and parades and princesses and everything. So
it's a completely different vacation when you have a child. My husband was skeptical, but as soon as we were at a parade in Magic Kingdom and my children started waving to the characters, that was it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna cry for sure.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna cry. She's gonna be 6 months old, 5 months old.
Yeah,
because we're going for December, but we'll get to the Christmas thing after we finish up the Halloween thing. But so, Rachel, what's your favorite part about Mickey's Not So Scary?
The parade. I just love the Boo to You song. I love the parade. I just love the floats. The shovelers. I think that's just how the choreography of that I think is awesome. I love the limited capacity.
Yes.
For the Halloween party. Like you said, you could do Space Mountain over and over again. They add different characters or different cast members that are dressed up in Halloween at certain attractions. I remember going into Pirates of the Caribbean, and there's guys behind the chain, standing there in jail. It's just certain things like that you don't see. I love dressing up and seeing the costumes. You see all the kids, dressed up, and the ones that did Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique in the morning are princesses.
Oh, princesses everywhere.
I just love the feeling of it. You get those free treats when you go in, as well.
Surprisingly, they shovel it in too. I thought they'd give you like one or two pieces.
Oh, you're trick or treating.
Just shoveling that candy in. I was like, okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about.
As an allergy mom, my son's allergic to peanuts, and they do a great job of having an allergy food or treats that they provide the children. So you can hand in your big stuff of, candy, and then you get allergy-friendly treats in return, which I think is great. And I love how they include that for kids that have allergies or adults that have allergies.
That's cool. So you kind of just don't worry about it right away. They just get their candy, and then they just go on to somewhere else and exchange.
Yeah, you get like a token, and then cool. You can just trade in your candy basically for allergy-friendly things.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah. What's your favorite part about Halloween there?
My favorite part is the fireworks show. I love how they put the different skeletons on the castle and all the different images. And I'm also a big Hocus Pocus fan, so I love the Hocus Pocus show.
You got the sweatshirt.
Yeah, I have the sweatshirt.
We were watching Hocus Pocus last night with my daughter.
It's the best. It never gets old. You can watch it a million times.
You prefer the first or the second?
The first, definitely. I was not a fan of the second. We'll see if the third is how that's going to be. But
touchy subject.
Definitely the first was a classic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Touchy subject. The second Halloween was rough. But
yeah.
That's basically covered it for me. I mean, shifting gears with the daughter, I mean, I'm more of a line person. If you tell me we can buy these tickets and there won't be any lines, I would do that every day we visit.
Yeah.
No need for Genie Plus. You just have a 10-minute or a walk-on line. It's great.
We got really lucky because when we went, Splash Mountain was still open, so we were able to ride it so much before we don't get to ride anymore. That was Josh's favorite ride.
R.I.P. Splash Mountain. I have 50 videos of me going on Splash Mountain over the years. I got to make a little
with the GoPro.
Yeah. My son has never been on it, so I'm a little disappointed. Yeah. He was always scared of the drop.
Oh man.
But now he's adventurous. So, but yeah, I'm a little disappointed we missed out. We went 2 days after it closed.
Oh no.
Oh, we were trying to go. This was my birthday.
Yeah, we were trying to go. We saw how long the lines were, but we were willing to wait. But I was pregnant at the time, so I wouldn't get to ride.
Yeah.
So we canceled it.
And now, you've never been to the Universal one, right?
The Halloween Horror Nights?
Yeah.
I've never been. I'm a chicken when it comes to that. And, we have another agent, Jason, who is a hardcore Halloween Horror Nights guy, and he does all the houses twice a year.
That's cool.
I'm scared to death.
We went to it for the first time last year too, and I was really hoping that I was going to get absolutely terrified, which is really hard to do for me. Yeah. I don't really get scared of anything, only when the tax bill comes. And I was cool, but I wasn't at all scared. I mean, the people they have running around the park with chainsaws are all probably 15, 16 years old.
Oh,
they're all pretty young. They look like kids, So it's a cool atmosphere, but as far as scary, I mean, it's not really that scary. Now the houses kind of vary. I mean, we did every house. I think we waited in line for 2 hours average for each house.
Yeah, it's definitely a different dynamic than Mickey's because there is people everywhere. You have to wait in long line just to get into the park, and then long lines in each house. So you really have to be strategic if you only have one ticket to choose which house you want to see the most, because you might not be able to go to every house in one night.
Yeah, the express pass for that night, it's separate. So that has sold out very quickly. So
we didn't have the option.
Yeah, if anyone does Halloween Horror Nights, I automatically suggest the express pass for it, just because of those long lines for the houses.
Definitely.
Yeah, we would have done it looking back, because I'm not a line like person. I mean, like I can wait in line for an hour, that's fine. But when we walked into, how Universal, you walk in, it splits Universal to Islands of Adventure.
Right.
It was just
people everywhere,
shoulder to shoulder, from the NBC Bar and Grills right there.
Yeah.
From there all the way to the entrance was just, you couldn't move.
Yeah, and that's not my thing either.
Yeah, we were there close to Halloween.
Yeah.
And that was what we were talking about, was like the biggest downer for Disney, actually.
Because I'm into the merchandise, and there was nothing left for the Mickey's Not So Scary by the time that we went.
We couldn't find a T-shirt. We couldn't find
ears,
a mug,
nothing.
Oh, because they only order a limited quantity for the year. So the closer you are to Halloween, the inventory is limited.
Yeah.
We did find a pin, though. You're a big pin collector.
Yeah, I started pin collecting out of nowhere. We went one year, and I have like
a lot of pins.
A lot of pins now.
And we found a random Halloween pin when we went to Animal Kingdom. It was the last two.
So we bought them.
I love
$50 if anybody wants it.
Make that money.
And now, Christmas.
Yes.
Christmas. We've never been to the party.
You have to go.
We went for Christmas our very first time together. I got out of the military. I got back from my first deployment, I'm sorry. And we scheduled this trip together. Never been to Disney really as adults except for high school. And then we were hooked after that, man. It was crazy. And it was awesome.
New Year's. We went for New Year's.
Yeah. Well, we conjoined it. We went for Christmas all the way to New Year's. We were there for like 2 weeks.
I love how quickly Disney transitions from Halloween to Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Within, usually the next day, the tree's up, but usually by the 7th or 8th of November, it's when everything's fully turned over to Christmas.
That's crazy.
I know.
So fast. Like
yes, there's working overnight.
They're already out in Sam's Club too.
All the stores, yeah.
All the stores.
Yeah, I saw them. I was at Costco over the weekend, and I saw all the Christmas Mickey decor and stuff.
They have a lot of cute stuff. Costco, Sam's Club, Lowe's.
Yeah, but you have to do Christmas Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
I know, we're pumped, and we're pumped that it's with our daughter's first trip too. Even though she'll have no idea what's going on, we will.
Yeah,
and she's free, so might as well get her in before
Yeah, that's a great thing. Free.
Yeah,
love free.
Just the snowing on Main Street is amazing, and then you have 2 opportunities for the parade, and then you have the fireworks and the stage shows. It's a great time, and then Santa at the end.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So, and then that tree on Main Street.
Yeah, the tree's amazing. I watched a video on Disney Plus. I'm like a big documentary nerd. I love Cup of Coffee, Disney Plus, watching how they there's a video there. It's like an hour long about how they shift from Halloween to Christmas, and they go through the warehouse and show you the decorations and how they set the tree up, and it's massive. The tree is crazy, and they do it in one night.
Yeah, the one at Disneyland's just as big too.
Really?
Yeah, I've been there. I was there last December for Christmas, and it was just as large. Yeah,
I want to go one day. It's on my bucket list.
Yeah, my brain just can't get past where I'm like, if I can go to Disneyland, I can probably still go to Disney World. So, but I need to know. We have to go one time.
At least once.
Yeah.
But I heard Disneyland's with the size of Magic Kingdom's parking lot.
It is. What's really nice, it's kind of like Universal, where it kind of splits. You have one park on one side, one park on the other. Mm-hmm. So you literally walk through downtown Disney, and you have Hollywood or California Adventure on the right, and then Disneyland on the left. It's great. Park hopping is a breeze.
That's cool. Yeah, Disney World's massive.
Yeah.
Like in general, all the parks.
Yeah, Disneyland Park is very equivalent to Magic Kingdom.
Oh well.
Like same, like It's a Small World, Haunted Mansion. So
the classics.
Yeah.
What's your favorite ride at Magic Kingdom?
My favorite ride at Magic Kingdom, probably Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, just because my daughter loves it, and she was dressed up, as a little outfit, and the carts rock. You can physically make the carts move, so we always do that at the end. We just kind of shake the cart back and forth.
That caught me off guard when we rode it for the first time. When we rode it,
it's definitely
they released, and we're like, "Whoa!"
It's definitely I think it's a smooth ride because of that. But I love, when you go in to the mine and the song and the lights, and I just think it's a great. I would say it's an intermediate, a starter ride. I think that was one of my children's first roller coasters, so I think I love that ride.
Even the part where you wait is cool. How they have it decorated.
See, that's where Disney does such a good job, in my opinion, is keeping you occupied while you wait in line.
Yeah.
And when they stopped the Space Mountain stuff, the games, it broke my heart because as a kid, I'd sit there and play those little space games, and then the line's gone. And you're like, oh no, I got to scoot up.
Yeah. No, I think they do a great job with the line cues, making them interactive for children. They really cater to children and parents, and I think it's a great thing. Plus, it's like part of the fun. It's part of the ride.
Right.
Experience, yeah.
It's a story.
That's like when we were in Universal and we rode the new Velocio coaster.
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah.
I know.
That's my favorite ride of all time. Any park, anywhere.
The negative G-force. It's like you feel like you're like lifting out of your seat.
It's insane when they dump you upside down over the water.
I know. And you're like hanging upside down for a decent amount of time, like what, 3 seconds? It feels like an eternity.
Try being 280 pounds with a lap bar and being tipped upside down. It was awesome. I felt like I was going to fall out.
I know. That's the point of it, though.
I know. I love that stuff.
Yeah. If you put your feet down on like the little thing in front of you, though, you don't feel that.
Really?
I'll have to try it next time.
I'll lift my feet up.
Yeah. You like trace your feet in front of you. And
that ride was sick. Hagrid's was sick too.
That's my favorite.
The motorbike. Do you prefer the bike or the sidecar?
The bike.
Well, Josh is only fitting in one of those.
Oh yeah, you're not. My husband won't fit in the sidecar either. He's got to do.
Yeah, no, I gotta be on that bike. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Because she's like, I want to ride the bike, and I'm like, well, I want to ride the ride, so you gotta be in the sidecar. And then we rode it again.
Very true. Very true.
Brother.
Yeah. But it's tight for me. I'm only 5'3", and I felt like the sidecar was tight.
Yeah, no, that's where I go wrong on Flight of Passage too. I'm making a whole probably video on like if you're over 6 foot and over 250, what you should look out for. Because there are a few rides that are hard to get into.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah,
Tron. Have you been on Tron yet?
No, we're excited.
Should be all right. I think you're fine on Tron.
Yeah, I watched that Paging Mr. Morrow guy.
Yeah.
And, he had it in his video where he was talking about how he got on there, and we're about, I don't know, like I'm taller than him. He's a little bit bigger than me, so I think I should be able to fit on that fine. It's the size of my legs is what really kills me. But so Christmas, are you excited?
I'm very excited.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
So much fun.
So the parade is kind of what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Even though historically me and parades aren't really like that great.
Yeah.
People like bumping into you and like having no kind of common courtesy. Just
like
but
it's not as crowded because they limit the capacity.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's.
So you can pick and choose.
Let's get into this. We're gonna end today with a little game of overrated, underrated.
I'm so excited for this.
And what's that?
I'm so excited for this part.
Yeah, so this can go either way, and I'm not like an agreeer. Like if I say something and I say it's overrated, and either one of you's like that's ridiculous, like say it because that's the most fun part. I think is a bit of disagreement.
I have my list.
And I'm gonna start because I think mine is a very hot take for split down the middle for a lot of people.
Okay.
I think Ratatouille is completely overrated.
I would say overrated. Yeah.
I would. Yeah.
We rode it and we waited for an hour and a half. I think a lot of new rides though, when you wait past a certain amount of time, it like diminishes your kind of first experience. Like if you're waiting for like 3 hours and you get on and you're like, what's that?
Yeah.
I get motion sickness, so in that first scene, I can't look at it.
Yeah, I could see how that would be tough.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's neat. Like when you're that one part where you're kind of like in the oven, and like
it's got its like when you take the same technology and you compare it to Star Wars.
Yeah,
they definitely could have done more of a Star Wars. It's the same technology, and Star Wars is way more fun.
It's really awesome how the carts move. Just
it's all GPS stuff. That's pretty sick.
Right. It's not on a track. Yeah, I can totally see why you feel like it's overrated.
Yeah, no, I will die on that hill. I feel like it's overrated, and I meet people all the time who are like, Ratatouille is the best ride ever. I'm like, no, man, that's crazy.
I think you have to do it at least once to experience it. Maybe with like a lightning lane. But at least once. I mean, when I go to Epcot, I could pass it. I could take it or leave it.
Yeah, I agree.
One of those.
So, Rachel, what do you got?
For overrated, I think a Dole Whip is overrated.
I disagree. That's my favorite snack.
No.
It's
30 minutes for a Dole Whip.
Yeah, no, I think it's expensive. Two, it melts quickly. It's just like
it depends.
I love ice cream. Don't get me wrong. Like mint chocolate chip ice cream is my favorite. It's just, I think it's just overhyped for what it is.
Yeah, I'll agree on the price, but every time we go, I think our brains have registered getting Dole Whip with part of like the Disney experience.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be forever getting Dole Whip. If they change it from orange and cream to like something else, I'll be.
Do you like do the different flavors? Like I did like some lava strawberry one, like a couple like pre-COVID.
No, I've never tried that. Sounds good though.
And they had like Pop Rocks on it. So like they definitely do like different varieties of Dole Whip, which is neat. I just still think it's overrated.
I'm actually really happy that it might be the first person I've met that
that's true.
That doesn't like that.
Everybody loves.
Well, I mean, like I think you still like it. You just think it's probably too expensive and just too overhyped.
Yeah, like yes, try it because it's a staple of Disney. But when I go, I don't get it.
Fair enough.
Even like with a Mickey ice cream bar, I feel like the same thing. Like
I don't care about the Mickey ice cream bar.
It's great for your pictures with your kids and they're eating it for the first time and it's all over their face and all over the floor. That's definitely like a tradition that you have to do. But again, like it's just an ice cream bar.
Yep.
So for my overrated, I have Figment. Everybody was really on Figment and the popcorn bucket, and I thought it was way overrated.
That's a good one.
You got one?
I have two. I have two kids. So I spent $50 on 2 Figment popcorn buckets that are now in my basement. Not even on display. They're just there. The only good thing, like it's neat. I think he's cool, because he's only for the Festival of the Arts, so he's very limited. And then you can get the refills of popcorn. I think that's the only plus side of him is the less expensive refills of popcorn. But I have a Boogie popcorn bucket too, and I'm just like, what am I doing with it?
I'm not super hype on the Figment guy.
And then the cleaning of them. Have you ever cleaned a popcorn bucket that's shaped like funky?
Never
bought
one.
They're horrible to clean.
That really gets you though, because if your kids want it,
then you have to get it.
I have a picture of me at MCO with the Figment popcorn bucket around my neck because that was the only way to get it home.
Well, I'm gonna say my next one is rope drop, and I'm gonna say it's
Overrated?
overrated.
Okay.
Overrated.
I don't think so.
You've never been to a rope drop?
Yes, we have. We made one.
We've been once in 13
Like
years.
one and done.
We've been after it opens probably like by 20 minutes, and there's no lines. There's nobody. I mean, there's an original few hundred people that rushed into the park, and then we walk in right behind them a few minutes later after we've slept and had coffee and a decent breakfast. And I think life is the exact same. And I'm not fighting a crowd at 8 a.m. You know,
rope dropping is another one I could do it, but like when I do it, I have to plan for it. Like I have to plan to get up early. I have to plan to get on a bus or the Skyliner at least an hour in advance.
Right.
I have to figure out security. Like it's just, and then you're just standing there in the line to get in.
Not fun.
Yeah, it's not. And then like I remember the one time I did it for Hollywood Studios and Rise was down. So it's like if that's what you're going there for, and then like that ride is down, it's like, ugh.
We went there to do that, and everybody was like running across the park to get there. Like it was serious.
I'm not running
People like full on sprint to get to rides.
Well, because I'm a part of all these Facebook groups for Disney, I get recommended some groups, and there's an actual like multi-thousand group for rope droppers.
Wow.
It's like Disney rope droppers or something like that. And
it's serious.
And it's like pictures and videos of them every single day. Like, here we are, first ones.
Yeah.
Where we go. I'd rather stay till Magic Kingdom to like 1 a.m. midnight.
Like to do,
and do all the rides after everybody's tired with their kids and have left.
Right. You were our last rider before.
I was last rider on Splash Mountain.
On Splash Mountain, they gave us a free picture.
That's awesome. That's a great memory.
And certificate. We got a certificate too.
Like the OG Splash Mountain. Like that's awesome to have.
I gotta find it. It's somewhere in this house.
You should have scooped up some water while you were there.
I know.
They were really selling that for a lot of money.
We should just go fill some sink water. Sell it.
That was ridiculous.
But I'm not a believer in rope dropping.
I'm gonna go with Gideon's.
And it's what? Underrated? Overrated?
It's overrated.
We were just talking about that. We have not tried Gideon's because the line is just every time we go, we're not in the mood to wait over an hour for a cookie.
So I think they're mediocre cookies, personally. And I love cookies.
We're right after Gideon's.
You went there.
You can get into like their virtual queue.
Yeah.
Or you can, if you get there early enough, you can wait in line. I think they're so rich, the cookies, that it's too much. Like if you just get the standard chocolate chip, it's like I'm eating a chocolate bar. It is, they're just so rich. Their coffee is good. I had a peanut butter coffee. That was cool.
That's
different. But I don't get the hype of it. I really don't.
Yeah, I think everybody. Did you have Gideon's on your list?
Mm-hmm.
I had Gideon's on my list too. And we've never been. I think it's one of those things where we probably need to do it one time.
Right.
But see, I was telling Kim, like, if you've got a virtual queue and you're a cookie shop, my head's going, you've got to be doing something right.
Yeah.
Right. But everybody I hear, it's like so torn between like, even Paige and Mr. Morrow, he does the Gideon reviews every week, every month, and he doesn't seem too pumped about it. It's like, oh, okay, this is really thick. They're really thick cookies.
They are.
The cake looked good. He had a cake.
Yeah. I have a girlfriend that will get them and then like bring them home and freeze them. And then she eats them like after the fact.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No line for that.
It's really small inside too. Like it's.
Yeah. I saw that on videos.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool atmosphere, but I don't think it's worth. It's like an all-day thing at Disney Springs.
Yeah. No. And a sidebar here. My favorite restaurant at Disney Springs is Raglan Road for sure.
Okay.
For sure. I mean, I'm Irish, and when I go into that bar, I'm like transported back to Kilkenny, just like, oh yeah, man.
They do put on a good show.
This is where it's at.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, have you done the show?
Yeah.
And then I will stumble my way back to whatever resort we're at.
All the Dennis's, I'll stumble back.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that atmosphere. And the food, I mean, I've never had bad food there.
Yeah.
No, it's always been really, really good.
I think Disney Springs is great for those different types of restaurants outside of the parks.
Yeah, for sure. What you got?
So for my next one, I'll say Loungefly bags.
Loungefly bags.
Okay.
What do you think? They're overrated or underrated? Because no way you say they're overrated with a whole wall full of them in your office.
Yeah, underrated.
There's no way. So they're underrated. Yeah, the coolest one. Have you seen the Pirates one? There's a Pirates of the Caribbean one.
Yeah.
The little thing on there. Oh man, I got that for her for a surprise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Pirates.
Oh, hi, making a little appearance here.
In their mini outfit.
I think they're crazily priced.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, but it's Disney.
Yeah, it's kind of backed itself into being like a collector's
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
where like not your like 15-year-old's gonna go out and buy a Loungefly. It's gonna be people who are looking to collect them. Hi, baby. Think she's hungry?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go get her a bottle?
Yeah.
You feed her up here. You got a bottle in your fridge or no?
No.
Okay.
I'll be back.
All right. See you in a second. So Loungeflies are overly priced,
I
especially
just
when
wish
you
they
go.
were a tad bigger because, like, you can't really put much in them for the parks.
Yeah, they're not very park friendly at all.
Yeah, they're like kid friendly.
Yeah, we tried taking one year, and I'm always the one having to fit stuff in my bag because I actually carry a regular size person bag. But yeah, I merchandise. The only thing I care about is coffee mugs.
Oh, my son has a mug collection.
Really?
Oh yeah, he went from one of the cabinets in my kitchen into like my china hutch, and like he has them all on display. So
how old is your son?
He's gonna be 12.
12.
Yeah.
Loves his cup of coffee, huh?
He like pours, iced tea.
I think that's great.
But yeah, he anytime my husband travels for work, he brings him back a mug from a place that he's been to.
That's cool. So it's not just Disney, it's just
he's got a couple Universal, a few Disney, and then the other ones are from the other destinations that he's been to.
See, I do that with shot glasses. I'm a shot glass collector from everywhere. If somebody travels somewhere, I have them give me a shot glass. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I can definitely appreciate the mug. But I have a lot of Disney mugs as, my
that one's cool. I like that one.
Yeah.
I wish they sold more like that. Like, kind of like not so generic. Like, here's your Goofy mug. Here's your Mickey.
Yeah.
Like something that's like, I don't know, more interesting. Got some like Kim's pumpkin one. Like this is like.
Yeah. It's gonna poke my eyes out.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, you gotta be very careful. Let's see.
I think the Tiki Room is underrated.
The Tiki Room.
Mm-hmm.
I'd agree. Yeah.
It's like one of those hidden gems that barely has a wait. It's air conditioned. It's an original ride, and the song gets stuck in your head for like a whole day.
Yeah, and then you're just walking around singing the Tiki Room song,
Tiki Room,
and you've gotten cooled off at least.
Right. I remember doing it as a kid with my parents, and then I've taken my kids to it, and it's just kind of one of those things that I have to do when I'm there.
See, the Tiki Room, that's with the parrot, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's right next.
Years since I've done that because of just being us adults. We don't really like do the side stuff, but that's cool. Air conditioned room, catch a break.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it's right in Adventureland, so it's right by Aladdin carpet.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. I just I don't know. It's like a special thing just because I grew up doing it.
Yeah, I see. With me, I didn't travel much growing up. I grew up like in the country of South Carolina.
Okay.
And my mom, this is a cool side story while she gets the bottle. My mom surprised us with a VHS tape. The tape you get when you make you inquire about Disney and want like the information.
Remember that.
And she plugged that tape in, and I'm sitting there going, like, what even is I've never even heard of Disney World.
Right.
I mean, I've heard of like, Disney like movies and stuff like that growing up, but like we never like knew about Walt Disney World and stuff. And I'm like, look at all those rides, that's so cool. And she's like, yeah, we're gonna go next year. and we took our first trip as a family. I was probably 10, and that was the only time I went.
Wow.
And it was awesome.
Yeah. The first time I went, I was in first grade.
That's cool. That's a perfect age.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently I didn't know this, but my dad got like a bonus at work, and that's what they decided to do it on, ended on. And my mom was hooked. I remember she cried when we had to leave.
Oh.
She just didn't want to leave the magic, didn't want to have to go back to doing laundry and cooking, and just.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell just by the short amount of time that I've spoken to your mom that this is what she does. This is what she, you tell she loves it.
Yeah.
And to still be like so involved at this, she should be retired, like hanging out, just kind of doing her own thing. But she's still like in there, like, on the calls with us and, helping us out and talking with us. That's awesome. Leading by example. That's what I like to say. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. She said, we had a call the other day and she's like, I'm not retiring. Cause I'm like, she's 62. And I'm like, Mom, you're like going to retire in like 3 years. And she's like, nope, I'm not retiring. I
know that fight. My old business partner was my martial arts instructor since I was 5, and he's 74.
Yeah.
And I've bought the business from him. I'm full owner. He still comes in twice a week to just come in and work out and hang out with the kids.
Yeah, it's hard. My dad retired 2 years ago, and today he actually left to go have lunch with his old coworkers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just hard. It's like, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you expect him to do? Do nothing?
He mows the lawn now a lot. He mows the lawn like
perfectly manicured lawn.
He does. That's his thing now. The lawn.
Welcome back. She was just talking about the tiki room.
Yeah. Overrated or underrated?
Underrated. Never really been.
We went once.
Yeah, I remember going once. So the parrot talks to you, right?
Yeah.
Something?
It's
down from the ceiling.
It's like it's a small world. I feel like you have to do it.
Right. Yeah, it's an original attraction. So.
I have one that I've done before. Okay. Now, my opinion of this right now is overrated, and I'm sure it will change because of Aubrey. But character dining.
Okay.
I think it's overrated. I did it as a kid, and I got like waved at as a quick pass by Goofy, who was my favorite. Yeah. And there's like, unless it's changed, there's like minimal time spent with the characters.
So that's funny you say that, because I had Chef Mickey's and Be Our Guest as overrated.
Oh, okay.
So I have to agree. And I had Hollywood and Vine also overrated. So I guess character dining in whole, I feel I would have to agree is overrated. One, you pay for a premium just to have the characters with you. So you're getting mediocre food for a premium just to see the characters. Like Be Our Guest, it's not a true character dining. It's not advertised as that. It is not that. The Beast comes around and you have 3 rooms in Be Our Guest. He will only go to the one side of like the library. Doesn't make a full round, will not stop for photos.
I better get a discount.
No, you're still paying $60 a head for your prefix menu.
That's great.
Chef Mickey's, it's like a staple. I like to book that for clients on their Magic Kingdom days, so then they can do breakfast and then take the monorail or walk right over across the street to Magic Kingdom. But again, it's just like a buffet. Yeah,
it's almost like they should, I hate to say this, but up the price, limit the amount of people, and make it like a true small, like actual intimate character dining, like intimate experience. Yeah. But
you have to just the Mickey waffles, though.
The Mickey waffles, yeah.
You can get Mickey waffles anywhere.
Overrated.
But it's a must-have. You can
get that at the food court at Art of Animation. You don't need a character breakfast to get Mickey waffles.
That's true. I could put on a Mickey hat and give you some waffles. That's fine. They need $50.
Same experience.
No, I mean, last time I did character dining, the last one I did was Akershus. The week that it opened, it did its soft launch, so it was very limited. Our waitress said that they were only at 50%. And that is when we had, and to go back to what you're saying about more small, intimate, more time with the characters, that's what we had because the restaurant was not packed.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we all, there was 4 of us, we all stood up, had individual photos, we had group photos, we were talking, so I have to agree that for a standard, when it's, at capacity, it is very limited with the time you get to spend. And when you have kids, that's their dream to meet a Mickey or Minnie, and
right,
you're gonna have to do it. Yeah.
Right.
See, I thought that I was gonna get like destroyed when I said that character dining was overrated.
Mm-mm.
Everybody loves that stuff, and I'm just kind of like,
yeah.
My experience as a kid stunk.
I actually had the Cinderella's Royal Table on mine, and I would say it was underrated. I had a good time when I went there with my nieces, and I didn't feel like it was rushed or overcrowded.
Isn't that a bit smaller though?
And the view is really nice from the castle.
Yeah, I think that's got like a handful of tables though.
Yeah, it's definitely smaller compared to, Chef Mickey's or Be Our Guest, or even Hollywood and Vine. Did you do breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Yeah. See, I did breakfast last April we did a girls trip with my daughter and her friend. And it was like breakfast I can get at a diner.
Oof.
I think
that could be good or bad.
The dinner was good. The dinner was good there.
Yeah, the dinner's great because it's prefixed. I think that, and you get the gray stuff. I think dinner's a good menu, but I think breakfast is a little overpriced for what it is.
I watched a video on one. I think it might have been. It's not. I think it's Be Our Guest. Is that the one with Beast?
Yes.
That they actually like try to like rush you through.
Oh yeah, they want to turn the tables over.
Like they're like very pushy on like, okay, here's this. Are you done? Okay, here's this. Are you done? And they just kind of push you out. They
do that because it's a prefixed menu. So I think having a prefixed menu is a quicker turnaround time for them to flip tables on as well.
It's like Pirates Voyage. Yeah. I've never been a Pirates Voyage, but it's like a prefix like thing. Whether you're still eating your soup, you're watching a show, and they just take your soup, bring you your chicken.
Must go on.
Yeah, the show must go on. Okay, so character dining officially.
Yeah.
Overrated.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. What else? You got anything else, Rachel?
Yeah, I think that the Art of Animation suites are underrated.
Oh, we've actually never stayed at Art of Animation.
Yeah, we've never been.
Oh, you have to. So the majority of the buildings are all the suites. There's 3 different types of suites. You have the Lion King, Cars, and Finding Nemo. The Nemo one is more expensive because of the location. And then on the left side of the resort are the standard rooms of the Little Mermaid. But they fit up to 6 adults. There's 2 full-size bathrooms and a kitchenette. Like that's where I'm crashing the girls' trip this weekend, and that's where we're staying. So I stayed there last year with my girlfriends. We did like a bachelorette party with my friends, and we did that as well. It's just a great price point for larger size families that want to have an extra room. And the 1 bedroom, it's a queen size bed with a full bathroom with a door. So like for families, it's great because the parents can shut the door, the kids can have their own space or vice versa. And I just think it's a great location. Plus I love the Skyliner right there.
Yeah. The Skyliner is awesome.
Yeah. I was,
underrated.
I have that as underrated, staying at a Skyliner resort, because I was skeptical at first. I didn't like it going on there. And plus when, it was like stopped for like 3 hours. That
is a little scary. And the way the carts come in, they look like they're just going to hit each other. That part is
very uneasy. But I just think like staying at a Skyliner resort in general, Riviera, Caribbean Beach, Art of Animation. That just makes transportation to the park so much easier. It constantly moves. The line may look long, but it's not like you're running to, catch a bus and then the bus gets capacity and you have to wait for another one. I just think, having that type of transportation is just a really good option.
And I think for people going to Disney, like anything you can make easier is definitely a win. Even if you pay $30 to $40 more a night, it's completely worth it. See, we bought a timeshare actually years ago.
DVC?
Yeah.
You're DVC members?
We are.
What's your home resort?
We are at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
I've never really.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. And when I found out going into the travel agency thing was kind of like, I don't know if it's like mortal enemies or what, but it's like you don't want to like, you know, I don't feel like I want to convince somebody to buy a DVC contract but the amount of people you have to like really be into Disney and really be into like going religiously, then it makes sense. But your average person that just goes once every 5 to 6 years, it's
right.
Not gonna
or even like every 2 years, I still think like it's a 50-year contract.
Yeah.
Like, and then even if you pay it up front, you still have those yearly dues.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like one of those things too where we bought. It's been a while, and if we wouldn't do it now,
the prices are way up.
If we sold our contract now, we'd make a ton of money.
Yeah.
But as far as like, you know, the ease of booking, I mean, like it makes life for us easier. When we stayed at the old Key West, because you know, obviously we can stay anywhere.
Right.
Other deluxe resorts, we stayed at Old Key West in a one bedroom suite, and it was enormous.
Awesome. Yeah.
Old Key West has the largest 1 and 2 bedrooms because it's an original.
Yeah,
it's underrated.
You don't get the Disney vibe. So if you're looking for like, you know, that Mickey's everywhere all over your wallpaper,
right,
you're not going to get that. But I loved it. I mean, I was walking around that place like, oh my gosh, look at all this space.
They have a huge tub in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have another one?
Harmonious.
What do you think about that?
Underrated. I was impressed. But I'm really into the fireworks shows and everything like that.
Well, Harmonious is done.
Yeah.
It's Epcot forever.
So that's Harmonious is the Epcot fireworks?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it. You had to be at a certain spot to see it, like to see all of the screens. Yeah.
Oh, that's screens on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The one that was like in the pond in the center.
Yeah, that was cool.
The water.
I'm glad they got rid of the barges because I feel like that was an eyesore during the day.
For pictures, definitely.
Photo bomb with a giant barge in the middle of the lake.
Yeah. You know, I staked out with my girlfriends for a girls' trip for an hour, and we had a great seat right in the center. But then, you know, it's awesome, but I can see why it's overrated. I could do it.
I think it's like perfectly in the middle. I think it has. I don't think it's overrated or underrated. I think it's just kind of normal. Let's see. I got a couple more.
I think dessert parties are overrated.
Funny you say that because we tried with all of our might twice to get into a dessert party. Twice. And it's almost like the Disney gods are like, nah, man, don't worry about it.
Don't do it.
It's not a big deal.
I was lucky enough to get it on the night that Happily Ever After came back.
Oh, wow.
And we did the after party. So, you know, there's 3 different types. There's a pre-party, what's it called? Seats and I don't know. They just changed it. It was like seats and treats. Now it's something else. And then, you know, the after party. And I love the after party because you sit and you do the viewing and then you go and eat. Mm-hmm. The only thing is like you're in the viewing area and you're there, we're staked out, but then people still come in front of you within the viewing area.
Right.
So it's like you're still, you know,
fighting
in this like caged off area, fenced off area. You know, and I'm not a huge dessert person. You know, there's alcohol that's included, you know, but again, like if you like my son has a food allergy, that's something that I'm not going to do with him because of that. You know, I feel like I staked out my time waiting for that with a post party that I could have done sitting on Main Street 20 feet away and not have to pay for it.
True.
So I just think that they're a little overrated.
Yeah, we tried. I mean, the guy running it with the little clipboard, I tried to give him $100 to let me in. He's like, let me.
You tried bribing him?
Yeah, let me give you some money to get in. He's like, look, we don't. If somebody cancels, I was like, well, just shove us in the corner. We'll stand there, and just no. But it wouldn't.
Yeah, we went back multiple times to keep checking to see.
Yeah,
we didn't get lucky.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything.
That's what I thought. I mean, I just wanted. I see when you walk by and you see all the alcohol laid out and all the treats laid out. You're like, ooh, wait a minute. What am I?
Yeah.
What am I missing, man? You know? What am I missing? What you got next?
I've got.
And then I'm gonna go with the most underrated thing of all time.
I have the Monsters laugh floor.
As what?
Underrated.
Underrated. I get picked on every single time.
They always pick the bald guy.
Bald beard, big dude.
Oh my god.
My face is plastered all over that thing. I agree. I think it's underrated. It's fun.
It's another cool off spot.
Just like the tiki room thing. Go there, chill out, enjoy the show. I am gonna go the best cool off spot of all time.
What?
The People Mover.
Yeah.
That's not a cool off spot.
Oh yeah, to me it is. Yeah. We're not in the direct sweltering heat. I guess because we've never been during the summertime.
Yeah, we don't go in the summer.
Oh.
So
yeah. So when you're there like thick of summer, that's not a. I mean, like like when you're going through like Space Mountain and stuff. Yes, it's cooler, but I would consider that a cool off ride.
I mean, like a place to like chill and relax. That is by far the best. The best.
You do Carousel Progress. That's a good chill ride.
I can't. I like Carousel Progress, but I watched a YouTube video once. I just can't. I can't. I'll have to tell you about it after this.
You can't see it.
I can't. No, it's. Is it the one in Disney World? It's like from forever ago, where I forget the exact story, but without going into like anything crazy, somebody got stuck between the wall in the rotating platform.
Oh my gosh!
And
like a cast member or like a guest?
It was a guest. It was a guest. I think they were like our age. I mean, they were like a adult. They were trying to find an exit or something, and the ride started.
Oh,
and
that's a little scary.
Yeah, well, I just think about that now. Whenever I go on that ride, I'm like, I'm staying in this seat the entire time. I'm not getting up for nothing.
Do you know someone died on the People Mover, right?
Really?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they try to jump cars.
See?
Oh my gosh!
When like they pass each other, they jumped cars and they died.
See, we gotta make intelligent decisions when we're on vacation.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't put people's ashes in a haunted mansion. They gotta shut the ride to clean it and vacuum them up. Don't jump. Stay seated.
We the thing that surprises me about the People Mover is, and this could be because the time frame we go, but there's never. We always get our own section of cart.
Yeah.
We never share anything. We're always there alone.
It's like a 4-person max, so
yeah, it's well, like not just our own cart, but our own like
the train
line of carts, like the whole thing. We're always alone,
and it's nice to watch the fireworks from there too.
Siobhan and I actually got stuck on it, and we were next to the purple wall, and the castle. So we had like a great photo op while we were stuck.
That's perfect. Yeah,
it was great. I'm like,
hoping it doesn't.
Stuck out.
You're hoping it doesn't get fixed. I love the People Mover. That's my jam.
I think the Liberty Square Riverboat is underrated.
Yeah.
I think we've only been on it once or twice.
Yeah. Well, because our adventures have been just us two, and we've been so geared towards like big
getting on the ride
rides, and didn't take a moment to breathe whatsoever. And stuff like this now, I think we're gonna enjoy more.
Yeah, because I think once you do those big rides so frequently, you want to do things that are different.
Different
experience each time.
Break it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me open this for you.
I think I'm wrapped up.
You're done.
Some line have overlapped.
Okay, I'll do one more. Do you have any more, Rachel?
I do.
Okay.
For overrated?
Well, just in general. What you got?
The Jungle Cruise.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that, I'm assuming?
I mean, gosh, I just wish it'd update it.
Yeah. It does.
I mean, like when you're the first time, it's like, this is sick. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then
I think it depends on what skipper you get.
That's true.
That's very true. It's just like the safari. You could
Yeah.
have a boring, there's a giraffe.
Yeah.
There's a rhino. But yeah, like my first trip as a kid, I had a really good cast member who made me think that I was going to be attacked by poachers at any given moment.
Oh.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
But
and the backside of the waterfall.
We almost named our YouTube channel Backside of Water.
Oh my God.
But I
like the Disney done right.
See, my only concern was I did a lot of research on this. I didn't know if I could have Disney in the name or not, but apparently you can, as long as, it's not like you can't use characters, I think, or stuff like that, but you can use the Disney name as like free rights or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the Disney done right has been what we circled back to each time we try to find a new name.
I love that.
Okay. I'm going to go with the new Genie Plus system.
For what? Under or over? Or just really confusing?
Just hate it. The main thing that people contact me for, and because we get friends and family who are going, and they're like, they know we've been for a long time. It's like, what is this?
Uh-huh.
I need an app. I have to, like, what am I doing? And I'm like, okay, man, do you have an hour so I can explain it to you?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's overrated or underrated. I just don't like it to the point where I don't even want to rate it. It's just, I like the old school way.
Oh, they should have.
Definitely.
If they wanted to charge for it, I feel like they should have kept the Fast Pass in place and then just charged for the service.
Just charge for it. Yeah.
Like that was easy. You did 3 before you went. You weren't up at 7 a.m. to just purchase it.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't have individual lightning lanes and then lightning lanes. Yeah, I have to agree. But it's job security.
It is
For travel agents.
It helps the travel agent industry.
Yeah.
Like, because once you go and you're like, oh, I can do this myself. You're like, no way.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna teach me how to do this and do it for me,
Right.
because this is crazy.
Yeah. Even like,
I woke up to do the Cosmic Rewind, Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was never more stressed.
Yeah,
on
we
a
were
trip.
stressed. We wanted to ride so bad.
Did you?
We
We
did.
did, yeah.
Top 3 rides in Disney.
I love it.
Top 3.
It was awesome, yeah.
Yeah. No, that is stressful. Like I think that's a little disappointing to not have a standby line for Tron and Guardians.
Crazy.
Either you get a boarding group or you pay. So that is a downside that I think that they could have done a little bit differently.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like, if you want to wait 4 hours to ride it, then wait.
Right.
Like, you want to throw a line out there for people who
Don't
missed
mind,
out,
yeah.
and who don't mind, then they should do that. But
I think
There's-
eventually they'll change it because that's, they changed Rise of the Resistance like that. So I think eventually they'll do it. But
do you think the system stays?
do I think it stays?
Yeah, the Genie Plus Lightning Lane.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep it like that. But I think they're going to make tweaks to it to be a little bit more user friendly.
That's good.
Yeah.
'Cause I hate being on an app the entire time at Disney.
Yeah.
That is one of the biggest feedbacks that I get from clients when they return is that their face was in their phone, every 2 hours or every time you get on a ride and you use it, you got to do it again. So yeah, that is a downside of it. And then I don't like the whole, like, you have a boarding group and then like you have a dining reservation.
Yeah,
You're
I hear
subject
still
to
let
that
you on.
boarding group.
I've heard that they still let you on. They're being a little bit more lenient on the whole thing, but you gotta be like lucky with who you kind of have running the ride.
Yeah, they're good with Guardians, but Tron, I've heard they're very strict right now with you have to arrive when your time slot is.
Oh, wow.
So make sure your day is cleared and you have
It's
hours.
a crapshoot. Like you hit it, and I could be boarding group 13 or boarding group 64. You never know.
And then you're wondering, where does that put me in the day? Where's 64? Is
Yeah.
that 2 p.m. or am I coming here at 10 or 8 o'clock at night?
You have to clear your schedule to make sure you can get on.
You definitely can't wing Disney.
No, and that's why I think the Genie Plus thing is what spurred our thought process to become agents, was because we were like, this is confusing to us, and we've done this for 13 years.
Yeah.
So, especially helping people, being a free service, I think that's right up our alley. Yeah.
Because they're paying for a travel agent if they know it or not, if they book direct or not. So I think it behooves people to book with a travel agent.
Yeah, I never knew that, and I think it's smart and sneaky of Disney to not say that, because they're gonna make more money when you don't use one of us.
Right.
Like they're gonna make way more money when the average mom or dad are like, yeah, I can handle this. They're gonna spend hundreds or thousands more than if they booked with somebody who's a professional at it.
Yeah.
So call us at Magical Travel.
We'll save you money.
Yeah.
We'll apply the discounts.
Yeah. Well, that's. Do you have any more, Rachel? I think Kim and I have gone through ours.
I mean, there's like another ride I had, Tomorrowland Speedway, on there.
That's the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. My gosh. The line for that's always crazy.
Yeah.
And I think after you get your first picture with your child on their first time driving the car, you never touch it again.
That's exactly it. It's a once and done with a kid. My kid's going to drive a car and keep it in the center 5 miles an hour. And it doesn't, you're jerking.
I'm surprised people don't get hurt on that thing, because the steering is not actually doesn't work.
No.
The gas and brake non-existent. And when they say don't slam in the car in front of you, I mean, you gave me a 40-year-old car. What do you want me to do? Kind of hard. No, overrated for sure.
Yeah.
But another one of those, everything I think that's overrated is you have to do once, though. This whole list we've said.
Yeah, you have to try it at least once, especially with kids and it's a new experience. It's just, we're just talking about things that we probably wouldn't do again.
Yeah, no, that's not one. Like Gideon's, we're probably going to do Gideon's in Christmas, and we'll probably make a video about it saying, we'll probably clip this segment of this podcast and say, yep. Overrated. Or we'll love it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, so that's it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we all agreed pretty.
We did. Yeah, except for my Dole Whip.
For the Dole Whip, yeah.
Dole Whip kind of shocked me.
Sorry.
I'll send you my picture next time we go with the Dole Whip.
you gotta show the picture of the flight that you got at Disney Springs. You got a flight of Dole Whip, 3 of them.
There's a flight of Dole Whips?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really good.
It was good. And there was a mint one from Mint Chocolate Chip. I do like Mint Chocolate Chip, and it was good.
But the problem you said, I mean, you were covered in Dole Whip. I mean, 3 of them, and they all melted at the same time. I mean, you had Dole Whip everywhere.
Yeah. You kind of have to go in the winter when it's still 70 degrees.
Favorite time to go. I don't think we will ever go in June, July, or August.
No.
We did a family trip in the middle of January, and my husband was in a hoodie and jeans, and he's like, "This is amazing."
It's the best. Best.
I know.
When we went and stayed at Shades of Green, it was January for my birthday, and in my head I was like, "This is the best trip, ever." I mean, the lines were low. We missed the marathon. We had everything the park was to ourselves. That might have been the trip we got the Splash Mountain Last Rider thing.
Yeah, and then we stayed after hours at Epcot, and I got right on Frozen, which that's always busy too. But I remember wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, we were walking around wondering if it was open.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah. I miss those times. They're slowly flying away, though. I mean, the times of being, in a low crowded area like that are going to be less and less and less and less. But the good news that I like, and then I guess we'll wrap up after this, is that the reservation system is gone starting next year.
And hopping is back.
Yes.
And hopping before 2 p.m.
Yes.
How can you charge me full price for a ticket? I can't go for half the day.
Right.
Come on, man.
I didn't even think of it like that.
I'm trying to get in right away and ride some Space Mountain, and get over to the Animal Kingdom for lunch and get drunk at the Animal Kingdom bar. What's that bar over there?
Oh, we love it. The margaritas are so good there.
There's the same bartender's been there for like 30 years or something.
Really?
Jumbo. It's over there by the Safari. Yeah. They usually have music out front that they're playing.
It's they only sell like pre-made margaritas and like
Nomad Lounge.
I don't even know.
It's on the left, right? You're going down like to Africa. It's on the left-hand side.
That might be it, yeah. But it's outdoor, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like covered, but it's outdoor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
My favorite place.
We are doing, because I'm going this weekend with the girls, we are doing a 4-park challenge on Sunday.
Ooh.
With hopping at 2. It's going to be a little challenging.
4-park challenge.
Yeah. I mean, I've done it before, but like that was pre-COVID, you know, when hopping, you can go at any time.
Right.
But yeah, so we're doing Magic Kingdom. We're starting with Magic Kingdom because obviously we can't leave until 2. And it's a party day, so we're hoping that the crowds are going to be less since it's a party.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of videos pop up about how if you're going to go to Magic, people are like, oh, I don't want to leave early, so I'm not going that day. I mean, that's the best day to go, man.
Right.
I mean, no one's there.
Right. Or only the people that have the party usually go. So.
See, we're not going. We're not going that day. We have a party.
I'll let you know how that turns out.
We're excited for Christmas.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I'm
excited for you guys to experience it with her.
I know. I was telling her, like, I can't believe it. You're 5 months old in December. Your first trip to Disney. It's Christmas. I mean,
it's like the best.
That's what more can you ask for?
We forgot to mention it's a very special day today.
Oh, the 100th.
Disney's 100th.
Oh,
that is today.
100?
Yes.
100 years. A company that has reached 100 years and is still thriving. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they've just been up and up and up and up. I mean, yeah, 100 years. Holy smokes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we've just been going for 13 of it.
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean, that's about it. I think that was great. Just over an hour.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you for hanging out with us for our
this was fun.
Our first ever podcast. I was really surprised and happy when you were like, "I'll do it."
Oh, you were surprised?
I thought nobody. Yeah. I thought nobody was gonna do it because a lot of people, this kind of thing kind of makes them nervous and they don't want to say anything wrong or mess up. But I like this kind of stuff, and I just thought with 90 people in the company that I was hoping somebody would want to join in.
Guinea pig. No, I'm gonna let everyone know. Like, it was fun. Like, I love the whole overrated underrated thing. I think that was a great idea. Yeah,
we're gonna do more like just things like this where we have I have a long list of things that top 10s, top 5s, things to talk about, because people think just because you're talking about 10 things that it'll take like 10 minutes, but obviously
so then we filled an hour.
Yeah, talk for an hour and without any like hesitation to trying to come up with
no lull. It was great.
It's pretty easy. Yeah. I had a lot of fun.
Me too. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you, Rachel. And if you ever want to do another one, just
absolutely.
Let us know.
I'm down.
We're trying to make this into at least a once a week thing when time allows, especially with a newborn. But one thing I've learned on YouTube is that you just got to put the content out there and can't hope after one video that you're going to have, a ton of success. You just got to keep on going. So that's what we're going to do.
Perfect.
And,
all right.
Ready for lunch? So much. All right. Thank you, Rachel.
Of course. Have a great day, guys.
And I'll send you the video when it's done. Okay. Awesome. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
But guys, that's it. End of our first podcast. First video down.
Aubrey made her appearance.
Yeah, that's Miss Aubrey there with her. She's got minied out, mini bib, mini onesie, got the little bows on her feet. And big thank you to Rachel. Rachel, thank you for joining us and helping us get this podcast
going
out into the world. So, and we are your host. I'm Josh.
And I'm Kim.
And we are.
This is Aubrey.
We are Disney Done Right. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.